Virgin Podcast. Joshua Snyder here. We doing this good? Is this all right? How's the framing? Is the framing good? How's the framing? How is the framing? So I'm doing work on the website at work using ChatGPT to help me code. ChatGPT is getting smarter. I've been working on the site for a few years, and last year was when I really started using ChatGPT, and it could only handle so much code to process, and now pages and pages of code. It looks at it and goes, do this. It's even gotten to the point where it says, do this, and I do it, and I go, I think that's not working, and it's like, it works. Like, no, I don't think it's working. Yeah, I think it is. And then 10 minutes later, yeah, you're right, it was working. Yeah, I know, thanks. Thank you. So this is just watching the evolution of this. At what point are we going to call it a life form? I know I'm broaching a really contentious topic here where they say it's alive, they say it's not alive, but it's, if I feel like it's rolling its eyes at me, doesn't that mean it's a life form at this point? Doesn't that mean it has a soul? If it's, did he really just say that? Did he really just ask me that question? I think annoyance might be a sign of life. Did Asimov write something about this? Oh, mercy. So, I've got, we did another another Trek show today. Well, I guess I'm posting this on Monday. It was yesterday. It was the 15th, the day after Valentine's Day. And it was a good show. I didn't feel as good about what I did. I didn't feel as good with what I did on this show as the last show. And I hate to admit this. No, it's not that I hate to admit this. It's that I shall dare to suggest that because it was the day after Valentine's Day, I think everyone had been gut punched. I think even if I am not in a relationship, which for me has been 100% of the time, Valentine's Day is still a gut punch. It's just, I can feel the tension in the air on Valentine's Day. I can feel every couple is like this. We gotta make it work tonight. This has gotta be good. This has gotta be good. And just that level of angst and tension is just. And then there's I think the other energy that I feel like I pick up on sometimes is the energy of no, we can make this relationship work. No, there's still hope. But it's like 5 days before, there's no hope. Maybe that's what February 15th. Maybe February 15th is the day when I'm just sensing so many couples go, now it's over. Now let's start the divorce proceedings. That could be what it is. It's why I think, can't we replace Valentine's Day with something more constructive? Because really, isn't Valentine's Day, like all other holidays, isn't the essence of the day to make money? Isn't that why all these businesses do everything? Valentine's Day, the holiday season, there's a section of businesses that are like, we need to make our bank, and they've kind of hitched their horse. Is that what it is? They've hitched their horse to Valentine's Day. So all we need to do is come up with a holiday that will service all of these companies that are already making money on Valentine's Day, but just not do Valentine's Day anymore. That's what we need to do. So it's just what can we celebrate that involves candy, romance, but not like the pressure of it has to be about romance. And the only thing that comes to my mind is anime. I think it should just be a holiday where we celebrate anime. I feel like if there's romance involved in the person's life, it'll happen. If there's not romance involved, anime. Yeah. It should be anime day. That's what I think it should be. Plenty. I mean, with the replace. You just got to rewrite what's on the candy. Okay. It's just, instead of forever, it's, Kamehameha. Come on. You'd have to make the candy even bigger to fit that on. But who doesn't want bigger candy? Anime day. That's what I say. We do. That's my suggestion. Those are my 2 cents. Feeling a strong sense of getting older. I feel like life is just going so much faster. And I've heard other people say this, the older you get, the faster it goes. And I was watching someone on stage who's in their 70s, and they were talking about being in their 70s. I'm 44, and I'm like, it's tomorrow. Like, I'm going to wake up tomorrow, and it's assuming I'm not dead, I'll be there. And that's where I struggle with really making sure, am I doing what I really want to do with my life at every given day? Is this something I want to be doing? Time is precious. I've heard people say this. Older people, time becomes the more valuable commodity. Well, time becomes more valuable, but money still pretty valuable. Time becomes the more important thing when I'm 83. Yeah, well, what hospital are you going to? What health plan do you have? Yeah, time. Yeah, but money. I think money's still number one. Money's still at the top of the game, at the top of the food chain. You know what I mean. All I've been watching is Starfleet Academy. I haven't watched anything else. I don't know what else is out there. I'm told Wonder Man is very good. I'm sure it is. I'll get to it when I can. I've been making AI films, and when I say, I mean little AI short films. It's just so fun to do. I don't know if anyone cares or if it's good or bad for the world. I know, there's the environmental ramifications with all this AI stuff. That weighs on me, that gnaws at me like everything else. He gnaws me. I think that was Nathaniel Hawthorne wrote a bunch of short stories. And there was one about, I think there was a guy with a snake in his chest. And he kept saying, it gnaws me, it gnaws me. And the response was, you should probably get that removed from your chest. You should remove the snake from your chest. I think it'll gotta cut it off at the source, as it were. Got to cut it off as the source. I'll tell you, it was kind of a, I think it was an allegory. The story, I think the snake represented, I believe, guilt or sin, something to that effect. And you would want a snake for that kind of allegory. There's a chinchilla in my chest. Oh, that's cute. There's a relatively benign cat in my chest. It meows every now and then. But other than that, it's, we kind of complement each other. There's a balloon animal in my chest. I don't know what to do with that. There's a marmot in my chest. Marmots. Can we talk about marmots for a second? I feel like even a marmot is like, all right, am I a squirrel? Am I a weasel? I'm not entirely sure. I'm in between. Yeah, I feel like there are some animals that, in terms of evolution, it's like they were aiming for bear and they just kind of landed at marmot. That's what I feel like happened. That's what I feel like happened with the marmot. I think it was aiming for bear and it didn't quite make it. And now I'm a marmot. But that's genetics for you. How are we doing? Is this enough? Is this 10? I feel like, I chit-chat for 10 minutes. I got to look at the timer thing. Hang on a minute. 9 minutes, 42 seconds. Boy, can I feel it when it's 10 minutes. This is enough for today. This is enough. We're good. Transition. I once saw the actor. His name's Robert Foxworth. He played the evil admiral in the Deep Space Nine episode Homecoming. Yeah.
And also the evil Vulcan admiral in one of the Enterprise episodes. He was he was the de facto evil admiral for Star Trek. And I walked up to him and was like, oh my God. And he was also General Hagen Babylon 5. So I walked up to him and I was like, oh, you're General Hagen Babylon 5. And he went like this. And that's because in my mind I was like, oh, hey, you're General Haig from Babylon 5. Cool. But to him, I think I came off more like, you're General Haig from Babylon 5! You're General Haig from Babylon 5!
Transition. Parallax is threatening to destroy the entire universe. You have to help. Were you trying to call in Green Lantern for this? Because I'm Green Arrow. You called Green Lantern, right? I thought it was Green Arrow. Can you help us with Parallax? It's the big universe-ending thing that's hovering up there? Yes. Will arrows hurt it? Highly doubtful. I could throw a bike at it. Wait, is that also part of your superhero thing? Arrows and bikes? No, there's like a bike over there. I can toss it. Okay, can't you be the Emerald Arrow and he can be the Green Lantern and we avoid this in the future? I'm not changing my name. He should change his name. Remember, my fellow Klingons, if you defeat Captain Kirk, don't give him a minute or two to surrender. End him immediately. I mean, 30 seconds at least, just to make his peace. He's too smart. He's going to come up with something, okay? Corner him, end him, all right? Don't give him a chance to think. What if we say we'll give him a minute, but we only give him 45 seconds? You guys trying to lose? Is that what's going on? Is there some kind of subconscious desire to just let Kirk win every single time? Transition. Are you from the USS Enterprise? USS Hood, NCC 1703. Oh, well, I've heard things about it. We've had a rough couple of years. We were attacked by the Klingons. Wow, I'm sorry to hear that. Verbally, they said that we smelled, which doesn't make sense because smell doesn't carry in the vacuum of space. No, it doesn't carry in the vacuum of space. And then we had a mission where we were exploring a strange new world, but we hit the side of the space dock and couldn't go. I think I need to talk to these other people over here for a second. Do you want to come over for hot chocolate? Transition. I accidentally dented one of the ships in the Starfleet Museum. Which one? The Enterprise B. It's fine, don't worry about it. Sorry, are you not fazed by this? The Enterprise B means nothing to you? Glorified Excelsior. What did you just say? You're the one who dented it. Shouldn't I be angry with you? The Enterprise B is more than a glorified Excelsior, all right? It's got bigger impulse engines, and it's got the lip flare thing on the... Does anyone know what that lip thing is? I like the lip thing. Well, then don't bump into it next time. Transition. Welcome to Temporal Investigations. It's an honor to serve Starfleet and protect the timeline. First rule of Temporal Investigations. When you go back in time and visit somebody, you have to appear in their room. Like when they walk into the room, you're just like there. Seems like that might startle them. The job is to be mildly unnerving. How long before they arrive in their room should we be in the room? Now, the good news is it's temporal investigation, so if you're a little late, you can just do it again and then be early. Convenient! Other thing that relates to temporal investigations, unlike the rest of Starfleet, we wear sort of suits, and they're very kind of gray and nondescript. Well, if we're the only ones wearing gray, nondescript suits, aren't we going to kind of stick out? Yes, but in a stuffy, boring sort of way. That's temporal investigations. Transition. The Defiant was designed to fight the Borg. So it was designed to outsmart the Borg at the last second? No, it's a warship. Yeah, but that's not how we ever beat the Borg. We always outsmart them at the last second. Yeah, but this has a lot of weapons. The weapons never work against the Borg. They adapt. So we have to outsmart them at the last second. Yeah, but this ship has weapons that go ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba instead of... I'm tracking the trajectory of this conversation, and I'm not liking where it's headed. Transition. So I'm reviewing the battle between the Stormtroopers and the Mandalorian. Just question for the Stormtroopers. Why are you aiming at their armor? I don't understand the question. If you aimed in between the armor at the joints, that would easily knock them down. But what if they did that to us? They are doing that to you. That's why they're winning. So if you do that to them, then you will win. Can we get the Force? What? I think we'd be a lot more effective if we had the Force. Can we get some? You don't just get the Force. It has to kind of just be with you. Is it with me? I'm not an expert, but I'd have to go with probably not. Why not? I don't know. There's a midichlorian count thing. I don't know. Can you give us midichlorians? No, I don't even know what they are. But if you know about them, how do you not know what they are? You're sure we can't go back to droids? You're sure? Transition. So, Poison Ivy and Scarecrow screwed up how exactly? Well, she made everybody fall in love with her chemicals, but then he sprayed all this fear toxin, so they were like too afraid to approach her. So they kind of canceled each other out. I don't think we can call ourselves a Legion of Doom. We're the Legion of Morons. I mean, I think it was an honest mistake. How many times have I told you, you don't put two supervillains who both use a gas kind of a thing together in a group? Well, Poison Ivy doesn't want to be near Bane. I don't know what to tell you. What's her problem with Bane? He wrote a novel. He wants her to read it. She just doesn't want to be in that situation.
My favorite character, Odo. Yeah. Odo, my favorite character. Odo. He was a shapeshifter. Budget permitting. Never have I seen a character threaten to shapeshift more than actual shapeshifting. He was like, if you don't stop that right now, 5 episodes from now when it sweeps, I will turn into a dinner cart. That is not an exaggeration. He turned into a dinner cart. That was the big power move. There's no more greater pleasure for me than watching a character that can turn into anything, just punch people. I'm like, what are you doing? Turn into a raptor.
Nerdyvirgin.com